Starlink, is it a game changer? Stick around and we'll find out. Starlink, I ummed and ahed. I've actually wrote a few things down here. Should I or shouldn't I make a video of Starlink? The more popular it gets, who knows, it might spoil it. Just like Telstra, the busier Telstra gets, then the less the service is supplied, it gets slower. So this is initially my startup with Starlink and my experience so far. Starlink, do you want connectivity or you just don't care? For me, doing videos, photos, keeping up with the family, I'd like to be connected whenever I want to be connected, not whether the internet or the phone signals work or not. I want to be able to connect with the family, upload videos and do content and photos and stuff like that while I'm out on the road, no matter where I am. General internet around Australia is a bit hit and miss. The caravan parks have their own Wi-Fi generally, same again, hit and miss. Phone signals throughout Australia can be hit and miss. It's a look at the draw sometimes. Some caravan parks the internet's quite good, other ones it's not, and when it does get busy it tends to slow down or it's not active at all, along with phone reception. If you're out in the bush somewhere and you've got no phone reception or no sort of reception at all, then you're not going to get any TV, any phone signals, any internet. So if that's important to you, then maybe you should look at Starlink. Starlink so far for me, well, I've only had it a few days and I'm in a spot which is Marraboon Lake in Queensland, and there is a phone signal here. There's G3 and G4. It's not that good. It's half the time it doesn't want to work. The phone signal seems to work okay, but internet wise it's not that good. So I put the satellite dish, the Starlink dish out whenever I require it. Starlink so far has been terrific. It's only sort of frozen, maybe I can't the amount of times it's frozen on my hand in the last few days is, you know, I can count the amount of times on one hand. It freezes for like 10-15 seconds if that, and then boom, it's back on again. So it doesn't hang around. And to do a real live test on it, I thought what I'd do is show you. Now, I'm not that clever that I can actually get my phone to come up on my video when I upload it, but if you can see, this is the app, and you can see at the moment, oh, there we go, there's a little green flashing icon at the side of the Starlink there. Now, initially when I first set it up, you clicked on the visibility and you put your camera up to the sky, and it sucks in all these dots on the sky and gives you a, maybe you need to move the dish to a better visibility scan. I kept going through it thinking, oh God, it's not going to connect. There's trees around and all those dots that you look for, it's not going to connect. And I did this a number of times, not realizing that it had sufficient enough to run. So I worked out that if I went to the internet and then logged in, it actually fired up and the internet's online. Now I'll do a live speed test on this thing that you can see now. Uh, 195. In general, it's been around the 150, 160 megabytes per second. The upload's 11 megabits per second, but what I found is when I'm uploading to Facebook or YouTube, it works, it goes through, and where it buffers and interrupts and stops, I'm trying to do it on the internet on your Telstra account or something like that, it just didn't want to work. What I found is this is actually uploading, even though the megabytes per second aren't that fast, it still uploads and it goes all the way through, where with Telstra it took forever, or either didn't want to load, or you had to wait basically the next day, and hopefully you found a signal somewhere where it would upload. So far Starlink has been fantastic. I couldn't recommend it anymore. It's working for me. I'm doing like little YouTube videos and keeping the family up to date with what I'm doing. You do have to be careful of trees. You can't just park it under a tree or under the awning and expect it to work. It's got to be out there in the open. And if I twizzle this around, you can see where the Starlink dish is. It's not a dish anymore, it's a rectangle. So they've changed it. Maybe it's an improvement. So for me, Starlink has been a game changer. This is really the way to go. Now, the thought is, just like Telstra, Optus, any of those, when they get busy and the internet and the towers all get busy, everything seems to slow down. Now, at the moment, I might be the only one in the caravan park that's got a Starlink ad. Now, you can imagine when every man and his dog gets onto this thing, and they have got a special at the moment for RVs. $450 is for your satellite dish, and it's $174 a month, but that's unlimited. Now, I've got a Telstra plan that's got quite a few gig on it, but it's limited, and you'd be surprised when you're doing videos and YouTubes and stuff like that how quick you can go through that. That is unlimited. Now, when every man and his dog starts getting onto Starlink, is it going to be another service that stutters, crashes? Who knows? At the moment, there's not that many people on it, but it will change. So for me, at the moment, Starlink's it. Yep. Yeah. At night, I pulled the Starlink dish in when I finished using it. The base is fairly heavy. It's not going to blow over in the wind, put it like that. I am looking at an easier way of mounting it on the caravan. Same again, you can't park under a tree and expect it to work. So I'm hoping to put it on a pole somewhere. I hate cables. Cables are a pain. I've got to get some easier way of setting this thing up and not having cables lying around everywhere, because little Archie over here is forever getting tangled up in the cables. So I've got to find some way of... I have got a TV satellite dish, and it's a pain in the butt to set up. It's very finicky, and it's got to be very precise how you gain your signal. You can do it. It only gives you free-to-air TV. Now through Starlink, I think you can get free-to-air TV, but it will run through the internet. I haven't worked all that out yet. Anyway, Starlink, I'm not going to waffle on. I'm known for making too long videos, I've been told, so I've got to keep them short and sweet. Starlink, for me, it's a plus. If you're using it now, let me know how you're going with it. And if you've got any tips of mounting this thing, just to keep the cables out of the way. I can imagine pulling the cable in and out 100 times from the Wi-Fi unit. It's not exactly good, is it? You know how plugs wear out. Anyway, let me know in the comments below what you think about it, and please like and subscribe. Talk to you guys later. Bye bye. Something I forgot to mention, Starlink finds its own signal. You don't have to mess with it. You don't, so long as it's in the right location, away from trees and obstructions, it adjusts itself. The dish turns itself to find the signal. You don't have to do anything. You just plug it in, let it do its own thing, and then off you go. It's working. No adjustments, no arguing. It just plug in and play. So that's another bonus for Starlink. Maybe I should show you the Wi-Fi router as well, which is this device here. 2 plugs on the bottom. One's the internet, one's the power supply, and one's the dish, and a little light to tell you that it's on. And that's your Wi-Fi router, modem, whatever you want to call it, I don't know.